Hello and welcome to this one video. The topic of this one is kind of straightforward and very. I'm going to be very honest with you in this one. I have been always honest with you, but then in this one video, it's going to be very straightforward on things that the 7 core rules of engagement slash 7 core rules to succeed in the online world. Say not just an online world, but then also an offline world. Say a business and if you're taking any sort of uh, any sort of coaching or mentoring, building a business, getting into fitness, gaining weight, losing weight, building muscle, whatever you want to succeed at, whatever things that you want to be great at. If you follow these 7 things as as an introvert, you don't even have to be an entrepreneur. But then, if you are an introvert, you want to succeed at something. If you follow these 7 things that I call 7 rules, is you are going to have a very great success rate in terms of a lot of things. Thank you so much for joining in this one video. Mic come closer to me or pass. And we are going to dive down into these 7 points. Point number 1 is think about now you being an introvert. It's all about being subtle. You don't want to be on the stage. You don't like to be in the group. You don't like to be surrounded with a lot of people where they are focusing on you, even though you're a part of the group, but then you want to stay on the sides, like just observe things. So first point is being subtle yet aggressive. Being subtle yet aggressive. Now this is something that I've derived from my dad. Always asked me to be further. You have to be aggressive. You have to be aggressive. I never understood this. Like, how can I be an aggressive person? But then, in good way, how do you become an aggressive person in a good way? Obviously, but then that was never me. To go out of the way, do things. To go out of the way, help people out. To go out of the way, ask help of people. Ask help of people. That's being aggressive in a good way. But when it comes to me, I like to stay subtle. I like to be on the corner. I like to observe things. I like to see things from a different perspective. I like to observe a lot of things, analyze a lot of things, and then start moving on. So when you put in these two terminologies, that is being subtle yet aggressive, you want to be aggressive. You would like to be aggressive because that's you're out of the comfort zone. You want to get things done. But then when you can be subtle and keep on stepping forward without being seen, being aggressive. That's what subtle yet being aggressive means. We shall maintain our pace. You don't have to start comparing yourself with people. You don't have to get into competitions. You don't have to compete with a lot of things. You just have to maintain what you're doing on a consistent manner. Something that you have to be very sure on things is you cannot be relying on the motivation part of it. That's not me. That's not you. Build things. If you want to read a couple of books in a year, think of it. Okay, I need to be reading this many number of pages on a daily basis. Maintain that. Start building that habit that you want to build. Habit, micro habit, mini habit, whatever that is, so that a habit can be translated into consistency, can be translated into a momentum. That's what we were talking about in the last point. So being subtly yet aggressive. And being subtly yet aggressive. Point number 2 is finishing what we started. This is something that I've learned from one of my mentor, Blade Seeker, that he kind of pumped off the cool out of me, where one of the core principles, core rules that he had to set the context was finishing what you started. And something that I've learned from him in this one context, like, okay, we start a lot of things. We start books to read, we start movies to watch, we start series to watch, we start so many things to do, we start painting a thing. I did a lot of paintings, I started a lot of paintings but never completed. I started learning calligraphy, I did not complete it. I started doing so many things, I did not carry it forward. Only if I would have finished what I started, I would have seen results. I would have seen consistent results. I would have seen growth in what I was doing. Like, we do so many things, we start so many things, we break things in between. I did calligraphy for 3-4 days and I just couldn't hold on to the momentum. I started doing so many things last year. Say for example, workout. Now I'm consistent in the workout. 19th of April, I am on my 108th day. Today is going to be 109th day of my workout. Now this happened with a lot of failed attempts that I already did for past 6 years. I wanted to start something, I was failing at it. I wanted to start again and I failed at it. When you keep on doing and failing, over a period of time, you'll get hang of it. So always think of it like a rule. Okay, I'm starting it, I just have to finish it. There will be so many times that you want to do a certain a workout. Say for example, say push-ups. You were so motivated, you wanted to get it done. But when you are halfway through it, you're getting tired. You're not able to do it. Your mind is like, okay, let's give up. It's like, no, I want to finish what it started. So when you start incorporating this one small thing within you, just so that within you, you'll start seeing things from a different perspective altogether. So finishing what you started, this isn't going to be easy, neither made easy. This is something that I've learned from the workout course that I take as the Bully Juice on YouTube. He says it's not supposed to be easy. If it's supposed to be easy, everyone is going to be fit. If you want to lose weight, it's not going to be easy. It's neither made easy. Entrepreneurship is not easy, neither made easy. Come to the Academy of Ardent Scientists and you will experience things within the community where you need to be doing so many things which are going to demand so much of you, which are going to demand so much of your time, which are going to demand so much of your efforts, which are going to demand so much of your resources. You're building a business. It's an entrepreneurship. It's not going to come easy. You will be on the finish line, and there will be something chaotic happening in your life, and you just have to push through. There were so many coaching calls, not coaching calls, the meetups / webinars that I used to do, where there was, it was my it was my 1 year of doing meetups, or around 24 to 25 meetups I was done, and this was like an anniversary meetup for me. And that day I messaged a friend. It's like, do you remember, like, you were the first person in the first ever meetup that actually gave me great feedback. How are you doing? That was my message before the meetup on that particular day. And I happened to know it was way back last year. It was way back in May 2021, and he was going through COVID. That day I not got to know. And I got to know before the meetup. So that meetup was supposed to be a very great meetup. But then I was mentally clouded that day. I was emotionally clouded because one of my closest friend who was going through COVID those days, I was like, I don't know whether I'll be able to do it. But then going back to finishing what you started, I had to do because people were there inside the room. People registered for the session. So I did it anyway. It's not easy, neither made it easy. It will hurt you and be painful, but it will be worth it. Point number three. We are just in point number 3. The third rule, not point number 3, the third rule is notes are important in your life. Notes are important. I have been an aggressive note taker all the time. Note every step. For example, if you're watching this one video, take notes of everything that you're learning from, because you're watching this one video because you want to learn something out of it, and you will not learn something out of it if you're not taking notes. It's like that's all scientific stuff. You need to be taking notes. No, not to be taking notes on the phone, because we take so many notes and so many screenshots on the phone. And how many times have you ever visited it? That's the question. How many times have we ever? I have taken a lot of notes on phone, on mobile phones. I've taken so many screenshots of so many webinars that I've attended. But then how many times we actually go back and see them? That the best way of doing it is have a note. Which I have like A3 of taking notes, writing notes, and stuff like that. And I keep on taking notes. Note every step or an action that someone is taking. It's like, keep on taking notes. Like, okay, how do you do this? Okay, take notes. One fine day, even if not at the moment, is going to be helpful. But then one fine day, you're going to come back to those notes, and most probably you're going to remember what you've taken. Point number 3. The rule number 4 is invest in a separate book. This might seem very small to you. It's even small to me as well. But then, when you invest in something, say for example a 30 rupees book, a 50 rupees book, a 100 rupees diary for a specific say one of the rules that I have for the community, the Academy of Ardent Scientists, is if you are the part of the core table, you need to have a core table book, separate book. If you are a part of the artist table, you have to have an artist table book. For all the other masterminds I do outside the community as well, I have these things. Like, you need to be having a separate book because it shows the level of dedication. It shows that you are making an effort. It shows that you're just not being there for the call, but then you're also having a booklet with you so that you can write things down, because you don't know what is going to help when. Point number 1. Point number 2 over here is it becomes easier for you to track things out. Because if I say you something, okay, for example, if I'm recording this on 19th of April 2022, you're learning this on 19th April 2022, for example. Say next month down the line, you have watched a certain number of videos, you have done so many things, and you will be able to see what you have learned last month, and you will be able to see how many things from that one video that you have learned last month are you actually starting to implement now, or are you not taking those actions, or are you taking those actions? If you are taking those actions, what has made you take those actions? Success stories. If you have not taken those actions, what has been resisting you? what is being stopping you. So once you have this list in front of you, it becomes easy for you to track, because if you're taking, like, if you're walking like 2 steps today and 2 steps tomorrow and 1 step day after tomorrow and 5 steps day after that, and say 1 step after that. So once you have that 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4 the metric in front of you, you'll be able to see what are the things that's making that changes. What are the things that's making you do that 1 step a day? What are the things that is making you 10 steps a day? You'll be able to find that figure out. It becomes easier for you to track. So investing in a separate book for something that you're doing. Point number 5, investment with time and money. When you say you are building a business in the Academy of Art and Sciences, okay, if you want to lose weight, you are also losing weight, you are also gaining weight, you are also building muscle, you are doing so many cool things. But when you think about it, when you're paying, say, one thing that I've learned, which I had to unlearn, is you pay your coach or a mentor so that you get a shortcut. That's true. Okay, you are making that transaction so that the time is saved. You're taking the shortcut, you're taking the cheat sheets, you're taking the PDFs, the route to success becomes shorter for you. You don't have to go through the whole mentor's journey that your mentor or the coach has been through, because now that mentor is giving a cheat sheet, like do this. The money is transacted. But again, if you think about it, to even follow those things that your mentor is asking you to do, to follow those steps that your mentor is asking you to take, again, the investment of time is there eventually. When you are investing money into something, time is a byproduct of it. You need to be investing time. For example, if you're part of the Academy of Art and Sciences, okay, you have paid the money. Okay, I'm giving you all my secrets out. I'm giving you all my hacks out. I'm giving you all the PDFs, the Excel sheets, the courses, the structures, the steps, everything. But if you think about it, just by me giving you everything doesn't help you build a business. I cannot do that for you. You cannot even, it's like, even the money is transacted, the business is not built when you do nothing. You need to be investing that time into it. You need to be investing those efforts into it. You need to be investing that time into it. So let's put it like, you need to be investing time into building that thing. Now if you think about it, on the flip side of it, you say you are investing time rather than money to lose weight, for example. But if you think about it, are you actually just investing time, or you are also investing money? Are you also investing money? Because when you're losing weight, you need to be investing money also in a lot of things. Say, for example, get a coach, get a mentor, get a subscription, get clothes if you don't have clothes for the workout, get gear if you don't have the gear. It's like you need to be investing money into things as well. It's just the thought about invest money, not time. It's not like that. It's both parallel. You have to invest both time and money. Enough of investment of time and money, something like that. Rule number 6 is, there's something that I've learned from Alex Mosi. One of the things that has exploded my YouTube channel when it comes to producing content and assets from my perspective, from my end, to build on long-term assets, was rule number 6. Now is the king. Now is the king. Now is the king. Speed is the king. You need to be doing things now. One of the things that I have within the Academy of Art and Scientists, the Kosaka systems here talks about do it now mentality, do it now mindset. If you think about something, just do it. If you feel good about something, just do it. If you don't feel good about something, just don't do it. But the thing is, if you want to get things done, if you feel like you want to get things, if you want to talk to someone, go. If you want to record something, record. If you want to publish something, publish. Think about things, what has to be done right now, because if you kal kare so aaj kare so aap. That one thought. If you get things done in that speed, the high level entrepreneurs do things in that way. If you want to go to that level of entrepreneurship, I think you need to be starting taking actions. I haven't been taking actions for a very long time, and I've seen the cost of it, because if you procrastinate for one single day to do something, there's a cost to it. You might not see the cost today. You might not see the cost that comes with it the next week, but eventually you will come across that monster that you've been creating. And okay, you've been procrastinating for like a week, a month, a year, and then something chaotic will be coming onto your face, and there will be consequences to that. This is our rules. This video is our rules. It has to be harsh, brutal, reality, truth. I cannot sugarcoat this one, and we are not sugarcoating anything here. The 5 second is whatever helps you move forward. Okay. The seventh rule is the AM thing. One of my favorites, one of the sales pitches that I always do, one of the things that has always motivated, pumped up, kept me disciplined, other people disciplined, is two things: A and M. Not the morning, not AM in the morning, one thing, but AM is accountability and momentum. No matter what you do, see to it that you have accountability. Now, accountability comes into a lot of pictures: self accountability, accountability buddies, accountability comrades. This will over time fade away. What will stay is this: self accountability. I started my workout with a dear friend, and we had to drift ways away, and it wasn't easy for me. We started working out from 1st of January 2022. We went all the way to 70 days together, say 65 days, and things just did not work out, and we drifted. We were keeping each other motivated for good 65 days. And then what happened is I lost that buddy. I lost that accountability. Now I was all alone. Accountability plays a huge role in keeping you motivated, in keeping you disciplined, in making things happen. But I'll tell you, the second point is momentum. With accountability, when you pick the momentum up for 60 days, 70 days, after my 65th workout all the way to 95th workout days, good 30 days, good 1 month, I wasn't doing great. But I was emotionally clouded. I was not in the mood to work out. I was thinking of breaking the momentum. But then what kept me going was second, the M, the momentum. Once you pick the momentum up, with or without accountability, over a period of time, your momentum will take you forward. Work on momentum, momentum will work for you. Work on momentum, momentum is going to work for you. Because there was one fine day where I was not feeling to work out. Like, that was like, okay, I'm going to give my workout out. I changed my dress, did my workout, felt really happy about it. Another fine day, I had to go meet a friend. And I was there with a friend for the whole day. We were visiting, we were visiting, we were visiting the externals of Chennai, and I was very tired that day. Super duper tired that day. And it came towards the night. It was, I think, 83rd day or something of my workout, and I was planning to give up because I completed more than 15,000 steps that day. And I was like, okay, this can compensate for my workout. And then I was like, no, if I don't do my HIT or LIT or any workout today, which comes under the banner of workout, not steps, but under the banner of workout, I am going to start. I will be starting day one from tomorrow. Is Fazil willing to start from day one tomorrow? No. 10 minutes of workout, done that moment. That was happened when you have these two things. Accountability helps you build the momentum. If you've got like great friends who can hold you accountable for like forever, it's great. But then think about it as like, it just helps you kickstart doing something, and over a period of time, the momentum picks in. Once the momentum picks in, you are self-accountable to what you're doing. You don't need anybody. You don't need anyone after that, because there's like big snowball effect that's coming along with you, and that snowball is saying you break this momentum, it's going to cost you like, say, 87 days of workout building that momentum again. So that brings us to the conclusion of this 19-minute long video. Thank you so much for staying all the way to 7 steps, 7 things. Certainly aggressive, finishing what we started. Those are important. Invest in the separate book. Investment with time and money. Now is the king, the AM thing, accountability and momentum. Thank you so much for your listening. Video slash podcast. Thank you for making this topic a part of your day. I am going to see you in another exciting, cool video.
كبش